Hello everybody, I hope you're all well and safe in your houses. Please stay in your houses, don't go out unless it's absolutely necessary. Yes, we need to do this so we can stop the spread of this virus. Today we're gonna take a look at this grammar. Grammar focus on page 93 of the book. Simple past statements with regular verbs. So if you wish, you can go get the book. Don't worry, I will wait. I'll wait right here. Did you get the book? Go get the book, don't worry. I will wait for you. Alright, so now that you have the book, we're gonna take a look at the grammar. The grammar is simple past. Simple past is used to talk about actions that happen in the past. So something that happened yesterday, something that happened earlier today, something that happened an hour ago, 1 minute ago, 1 second ago, a year ago, a century ago even. So something that happened in the past. So now the structure for affirmative statements is this: subject plus the simple past form of the verb plus the complement. Now, the simple past form of the verb is not the same as the present form of the verb. Here you have to add ed to the verb. But this is only for regular verbs. So keep this in mind, only for regular verbs. The simple past form of the verb. The, the regular verb plus ed. For example, I cleaned the house. I cleaned the house. This is I, the subject, clean, the the normal form of the verb, clean, plus ed, plus the complement. In this case, is the house. I remind you, it's not necessary to use a complement. It's optional. Complement is always optional. So this is another example. Ronald listened to the class, excuse me. Sorry. Ronald listened to the class. The subject here is Ronald plus the normal form of the verb plus ed. This is the simple past form of the verb plus the complement. Ronald listened to the class. Now, the structure for negative statements. The structure is subject plus didn't plus the base form of the verb plus the complement. Now look here we use the base form of the verb, the normal form of the verb, not like in this case that we use the simple past form of the verb. Here it's only the base form of the verb. And we also use didn't. In this case, this is the auxiliary. We use did as an auxiliary and plus nt. Now, didn't is the same as did not. This is a contraction. Didn't is the same as did not. So I suggest you always use the contraction. Didn't. I didn't in this case. So, for example, I didn't clean the house. The subject I didn't, auxiliary did plus nt, did not. I didn't clean the normal form of the verb, the base form of the verb, without ed. and plus the complement. I didn't clean the house. The other example, Ronald didn't listen to the class. The subject, Ronald, plus didn't, plus listen, plus the complement to the class. Remember, keep this in mind, remember did is the past form of do. In this case, it's used as an auxiliary, but it can be used as the main verb as well. For example, they didn't do the homework. They, the subject, didn't, the auxiliary, do, the main verb in the sentence, plus the homework. In this case is they, the subject, didn't, the auxiliary, plus do, in this case the main form of the main verb in its base form, plus the homework as the complement. As you see, it's the same structure. They as a subject, didn't as the auxiliary, do the base form of the verb, the homework is the complement. So here we see some differences between the simple present and the simple past. If you remember, we already saw this on unit 5, I believe, 5 or 6. The simple present form, the subject, the normal form of the verb, and the complement. The simple present in this case, the example, I cleaned the house. As the simple past, I cleaned the house. As you can see, the verb changed. We add ed and the house. In this form is we're using the past, the simple past, and in this form we use the simple present. Another example, as simple present. Ronald doesn't listen to the class. In the simple past form, Ronald didn't listen to the class. So here, the only thing that changes is the auxiliary. In negative form, what changes is the auxiliary. Doesn't is the thing that changes. The verb stayed the same. Listen stays the same way in the normal form. And here in the past, listen stayed the same as well. What changes here is that we add the auxiliary. Doesn't, in the case of the third person, singular third person. And here in the simple past, there's only one form, didn't, for all the persons, the first person, the second person, the third person. They all use didn't. Another example, the simple present form. You don't play baseball. This is the second person. This we are using here the second person. And in the simple past example, you didn't play baseball. So as you can see, they are very similar, but with the simple present, we use the subject, the normal form of the verb, and the complement. In the simple past, subject, the verb in its past form, and the complement. This is for affirmative. For negative, in the third person, in the simple present, in the third person singular. Ronald doesn't listen to the class. In the past form, Ronald didn't listen to the class. Very similar. The only thing that changes is the auxiliary. Now in the simple present form, in this example is we're using the second person. You don't play baseball. In the simple past, what changes is again the auxiliary. You didn't play baseball. So this is the explanation of this grammar focus, the simple past statements. So I want you to do this exercise. Exercise A and exercise B. You have to complete the sentence with the verb inside the parentheses. If it's negative like this, you just have to ask. You just have to follow the structure of the negative form. So please do these exercises. Exercise A and exercise B. In the case of exercise B, you just have to use your own information. So the answer is it depends on your situation. Yesterday, I watched a baseball game, for example. If you did, you just have to answer yesterday I watched a basketball game. If you didn't, you just have to answer yesterday I didn't watch a basketball game. So I want you to complete this exercise. So I'll see you in the next video.